Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're doing something a little bit different today. This is the first time we'll ever be doing a reaction to a track list for an album. We are going to be listening to ITZY's album, full-length album. It's 10 songs. I want to say it's a full-length album. Born to Be, which came out on January 7th, just about a week ago. I haven't listened to any of the songs on the CD, so I really want to give them all a good listen, see what songs I like, see what I think about the songs. And there's been like a lot of stuff going out. Like I think there's 3 music videos from this one album, which is kind of crazy because normally it's usually like just the title song and maybe one other song that gets a music video, but we got 3 music videos. So today started off with me wanting to run a bunch of errands. It somehow ended with me wanting to listen to the entirety of ITZY's Born to Be album. So we are going to do that today. We're going to watch the music video or listen to the song. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, what I thought about either the video, the song, what I think about it musically, and then we'll go from there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and listen to the title track of Born to Be, Born to Be.
Come on, I'm on it. Born to be, born to be, born to be, oh. Brand new fire. 이젠 내 시간이야. Let me turn the tide. Move. Ice blue, silver. I'm shining like a star. Go boom, go boom. Sit down, enjoy the show 'cause it's about to go down. Tracing 한계를 넘어 now I'm running it. 딱 봐도 yeah I'm the realest. No. 절대 없어 이건 nothing missing. 모든 시선들이 나를 향해 잡든 감각들이 깨어나 approve it. Don't need your permission. Every step I take is in victory lane. Yeah, I'm about to let this whole crowd go in. Treasure like 한 번도 느껴본 적 없어. Can you see what I've become now? Yeah, let's turn it up now. Born to be, born to be, born to be, oh, oh. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh. 누가 뭐라 해도 I'ma say it loud, louder. 난 내 방식대로 always hit it harder. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh. Born to be so fierce, 한 번 너무 느낀 fierce. Sensation I'ma bring it, get ready, don't be tired. On the spotlight, watch me glow. Young and wild and free, 더 자신 있게 이제 nothing's going wrong. Don't compare, 다른 것들 just don't care. 내 맘대로 bouncy bouncy turn it up. Got that winning pace, I'm going up, going up. 모든 시선들이 나를 향해 잠든 감각들이 깨어나 prove it. Can you see what I've become now? Yeah, let's turn it up now. Born to be, born to be, born to be, oh, oh. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh. 누가 뭐라 해도 I'ma say it loud, louder. 난 내 방식대로 always hit it harder. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh. 누가 뭐라 해도, 누가 뭐라 해도, 누가 뭐라 해도 I'ma stay, I'ma stay. 누가 뭐라 해도, 누가 뭐라 해도, born to be, born to be, born to be, born to be, born to be. Born to be, born to be, born to be, oh, oh. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh. 누가 뭐라 해도 I'ma say it loud, louder. 난 내 방식대로 always hit it harder. Born to be, born to be, wild and free, oh, oh.
Ooh, okay, let's go. So one thing that I like about this is that this is like the title song, right? It's the first song you listen to when you play the whole track list. And from just my experience with like CDs and track lists and like how I've seen and analyzed them, it's always important that your first track list or your first song in the track list hits real hard. Like it basically sets the theme for the rest of the CD whenever I like listen to a full CD, and that hit real hard. So a few things I want to say before we move on to the next one. I like how this was kind of like watching a performance almost. Like it was like almost watching like an MMA award show, where you basically had like a more of a performance quality than like a music video quality, because usually in like music videos you're following like a story, there's something going on. This was just sheer performance, sheer skill, whether it's the background dancers, ITZY themselves. Like, this was a big like production level kind of music video, and I really like it because it doesn't distract you away from either the song or the dance, which is really intricate. One thing that I don't know how many people that are watching this have been dancers before. Whenever you do things with your hands, it's very important to be accurate, because not only do you have arms, which are like appendages and they stretch and stuff like that, but you also have fingers, and like those tiny little micro differences like make a difference when it comes to like performing, because it can be very distracting if someone's at like a straight angle and then someone's just ever so slightly off. So kudos to the team here, because they went real deep when it came to like choreography. I think it was like very, very strong. It was really, really captivating. Even the background dancers, they're all going to work. Like, this was a really, really cool music video. There was one part that kind of confused me when it came to like this like meteor part. I wasn't really sure. It kind of threw me off a little bit, because it was like it got a little bit distracting. But the rest of the music video was great. So there's something about Ryujin when she either raps or is like the center. It's always such a strong like presence. Like, where was that part? There was a certain part where it just slapped real hard. Right here. Woo! That part, when you're gonna watch that live, is gonna hit so hard. There's something about Ryujin that has a very strong like presence, like a very strong like physical dance presence, which is really, really cool. One thing that does kind of make me a little sad is that Leah's not part of the performance. Leo had a very strong vocal presence, so you knew whenever Leo was singing, because it was really strong. It was really like full in terms of voice. And I'm gonna miss that as we go through the rest of this album. I think she has one song on it, but yeah, like adding Leah to this would have been great. But again, we work with what we have sometimes. The rest of the music video, the whole thing actually was fantastic. Very strong start, and it's really cool to see, because like strong music leaves an impact, if that makes sense. Like, the choreography slapped, the song was really good, it went really deep, you know what I'm saying? So I really liked this first song. We're starting off the track list really, really good with Born to Be, and I can't wait. I actually haven't played it on Superstar JYP yet, but I am excited to play it. So very, very cool opening track list. We start off incredibly strong. All right, let's go ahead. Let's move on to the second track. Is going to be Untouchable. So let's go ahead, hop in here.
건드려 눈앞을 가려보지만 내 발걸음 앞에 You're gonna know, you are gonna know 내가 뭘 하든지 now you just keep your eyes on me 난 못 건드려 절대 못 건드려 어디 날 한번 지켜봐 이미 난 몰아쳐 I'm on fire 나를 막는 건 누구든 내겐 아무런 의미 없을 뿐이야 Why not 난 자신 있어 뭐든 Show what I have 날 알수록 놀라워 멈출 생각 따윈 없거든 Here we go now I'm untouchable 막아서지 못해 시작됐어 지금 flow대로 Just going on and on Mess it up now 쉽게 나가 어떤 것도 I don't care about I'm untouchable 깨지지 않는 for Bam 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 body 막을 수 없어 nobody Bam 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 body Nothing goes down me no nobody 나만이 내 vision 끝나지 않을 mission 두려울 게 없다고 Yeah I gotta go Baby keep your eyes on me 지루 따윈 안 봐 난 끌린 대로 가 만족할 때까지 항상 내가 원한 길로 You know I'm not scared 이미 난 몰아쳐 I'm on fire 나를 막는 건 누구든 내겐 아무런 의미 없을 뿐이야 Why not 난 자신 있어 모든 show what I have 날 알수록 놀라워 멈출 생각 따윈 없거든 Hey I'm untouchable 막아서지 못해 시작됐어 지금 flow대로 just do it on and on Mess it up now 쉽게 나가 어떤 것도 I don't care about I'm untouchable 깨지지 않는 form Bam 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 body 막을 수 없어 nobody Bam 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 body Nothing gonna stop me no nobody 더 크게 셔리라 겁날 게 없잖아 원해요 그대로 take it Bam 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 body Nothing gonna stop me no no nobody Hey yeah nobody No one can stop me 한계 없이 run Here we go now I'm untouchable 막아서지 못해 시작됐어 나의 flow대로 just going on and on Let's get up now 쉽게 나가 수 없어 I don't care about I'm untouchable 꺾이지 않는 form Bum 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 body 막을 수 없어 nobody Bum 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 body Nothing gonna stop me no nobody Bum 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 body 막을 수 없어 nobody Bum 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 body Nothing gonna stop me no nobody
Okay, alright, second track, I see you. Alright, so what are my thoughts on this one? This song goes hard just like the first one. It's the epitome of what better to follow up the first thing than with something that's just as good. So we start off with that first track, which again comes in really hard, and then this song just comes in equally as hard. Just when you thought you could rest from the first song, the second song comes back in and gets you going. This song is really catchy. And not in the sense that you want to sing it, but like the beat of this song just slaps really, really hard. And the choreography is actually really, really dope. Like you can tell that Chaeyoung is going to eat well when this song is performed live. It's just really good. It's really like strong, sharp movements, which is just really cool to see. And like the performance for this, I'm sure is going to be fantastic. Now, looking at this is more of like our standard music video, right? Where you've got like performance pieces, you've got like aesthetic pieces like this, where you're just kind of looking at the artist as they're singing or, you know, lip syncing their parts. And lots of like transitions in this music video, but it all was like, it worked so well together with this theme of like being untouchable. And like you've got all these guards and stuff, and just when you think that they're closing in, like ITZY just blows them away. So yeah, this gave me big Resident Evil vibes. I don't know if anyone else like is into both K-pop and video games and has played Resident Evil, but this is like big Resident Evil vibes. And it feels like so cool, if that makes any sense. Like it's very like, it's like something out of like almost a horror, but it's also like an action at the same time. It's just really, really cool to see it all like come together like this. The song again slaps really hard, and I really liked the song. I thought the song was really cool. I thought the music video, the production value on this, again, very, very high. You can see that JYP Entertainment is going deep on the production value for the new ITZY music videos. So yeah, really like the song. Again, it slapped just as hard as the first. I think in terms of like a music video, this one was just more like aesthetic because of all the transitions. There was a lot of movement going on, but the performances in both, like in terms of the dancing, in terms of the singing, really, really good stuff. Again, I can't wait to watch this live because with every new album, there's always a live tour that follows it. So I can't wait to see this live because again, Chaeyoung is going to do so awesome on stage. It's going to be so great. The whole team's going to do great on stage, but I can tell that this is a song that like Chaeyoung's going to be like eating well tonight. All right, so let's move on to the third track, Mr. Vampire. Oh, let's go ahead and make this full screen for y'all.
아주 상쾌하게 번쩍 잠에서 깬 기분 기지개를 켜며 발을 내디뎌 난 찾은 걸까 true love 분명히 멋진 날이 될 것 같은 걸 맞춰가 창백한 피부가 햇살에 그을리도록 구릿빛 눈부시도록 느껴봐 이 순간이 떨림 끌려 참을 수 없어 좀처럼 야야 입 맞춰 for the first time 우린 바보처럼 사랑밖에 몰라 연애 세포 모조리 묻혀 있었어 땅속에 하긴 사랑도 따위 피곤했어 너를 만날 때까지 너를 절대 놓치지 마 Mr. Vampire 사람들에게 물어봐 Mr. Vampire Could we all be straight in heaven 내가 제일 어울려 넌 Mr. Vampire
Okay. A little bit of a different vibe than the first two songs, which were very like strong, very powerful. They hit really, really hard. This is more of like a mellowy listening kind of song in comparison to the first two. It's like the kind of song that you would hear as you're like doing other things, you know, like as you're like typing something, writing something. Like it's good music to just kind of like vibe to, because it's not like the transitions like slap really hard. It's not like it like wham gets you with the music. Like it's very nice and like mellow, and it's like good, easy listening to, which I guess like some people could really go to after those first two songs, which were just like high intensity, high energy, like really got your attention. The song's more of like a mellowish song. Some things to note about this song is that this song really shows like why like ITZY works as a group, because in this song I felt like I really felt Yuna's and Yeji's vocals more, which is like really important because again, Leah was a very strong vocal piece of ITZY, and with her just on temporary hiatus, like it's up to the other members of the group to kind of fill in the space when it comes to like strong vocals. And in this song you really heard like Yuna and Yeji like really carry like the vocals of the song. Like I'm trying to think if there's a good spot. There was is it here? Well, this is sort of like an example. So like that was just a good example of it, because Yeji's like such a rounded vocalist who can like do the ad-libbing, they can do like the really strong parts, they can even do like the soft parts, like the part that we heard right there. And then of course Yuna always being able to like fill in, like going from a really like sharp strong high to like a really nice mellow like low carry. So it really shows how ITZY works really well together when it comes to like vocals, because you have like very rounded singers like Yeji, and then you have like the very specific like vocals of the other three members of Ryujin, Yuna, and Chayoung, which kind of add to the variety. So it's really cool seeing like everyone's like singing talent kind of make up for when Leah can't be there, and that everyone's still like a really strong member of the group. So that's my thought on this music video, this song. It's very nice, chill, easy listening to music, as opposed to the first two songs, which are very like high intensity, like headbanging kind of songs, where you're getting really, really into it. So overall, like again, a nice like first three tracks that we've been able to hear. All right, let's go ahead. So we start hopping into, I think the rest of these don't actually have music videos to them, so it's going to be more of like a listening party. All right, so here we go. Let's take a listen to the fourth track, Dynamite.
Like dynamite 위험하지 I can guarantee 피할 수는 없지 Just beware 경계를 넘으면 Now is the time 몸이 움직이지 Out this way 방향 please go Be the stage that we control All these style moves looking so clean Blow your mind no like yeah all day Yeah we on it 너를 풀어봐 너무 run it I really mean it 망설임은 너도 This is the moment now we blow 다 터뜨려봐 Like dynamite, so go on, drop it, go on, drop it, 폭발하게 blow, warning, yeah we bombing, killing the dance floor. 날 따라 춤을 춰봐다, 전부 끌어내봐, you should let it flow like boom, bada boom. attack 우리 믿지 on track good come bad not bad 원래 너였던 모습대로 back here making the noise 리듬 따라 자유롭게 느껴봐 널 always looking fly 우리가 끌어가 눈치 안 봐 we keep moving on oh yeah we on it 너를 풀어봐 no more running oh I really mean it 망설임은 너도 this is the moment that we found 더 터뜨려봐 like dynamite so go on drop it go on drop it 폭발하게 둬 warning yeah we bombing killing the dance floor 날 따라 춤을 춰봐다 전부 끌어내봐 you should let it flow like boom bada boom ba rocking on the beat like now switch up the vibe 귀를 막고 막아봐도 안 멈춰져도 하늘 높이 go oh no this that fire burn the dance floor work that body work it just blow it up like dynamite drop it go on drop it 폭발하게 줘 warning yeah we bombing killing the dance floor 날 따라 춤을 춰봐도 전부 끌어내봐 you should let it flow like boom bada boom ba rocking on the beat like now switch to the vibe set the roof on fire you're so hot 누구도 못하는 moves underneath the light 1, 2, 3 follow me the way I groove yeah turn it up wanna see you shake 눈 떼지 마 before you MIA feel the dynamite murder that dance floor 우리만의 flow
Whoo! What was that? That hit! It's like you got one song to rest in Mr. Vampire, and then when you play the fourth track, it just goes in really deep. Oh my gosh, that was really, really strong. Like, that was a dance song. That was like the kind of song you party to friends with. Like, when it came to how the song picked up here and there, like right before the chorus, like whenever you saw me like doing my 1, 2, 3, 4, like it picked up, you know what I'm saying? Wait, let me see if I can find a place. Okay, I can't find it. Oh wait, yeah, right here, right? Like where we have this nice little like slowdown, right? Like the pre-chorus. But then they get you really hyped up for the chorus, so picks up a little bit, alright? Picks up even more. So yeah, like that build-up right there is very characteristic of pop music, and it just feels so good as the listener to kind of just like get ramped up with the song, you know what I'm saying? Like this song picks up, it hits real hard. This song just slapped. It was so good. It really kind of encompasses like what ITZY kind of gives as a vibe, which is like a really strong, like in your face vibe. And this song definitely did the theme justice. I love it. It was really, really good. Really good. All right, let's move on to the next song. This is gonna be Crown on My Head. At some point we run, I think this is gonna be the first solo song, I believe. But yeah, let's give it a listen. If this is a solo song, it's Yeji's for sure.
붉은 카페 위로 I smile with the queen's attitude 우아한 장미의 미소만을 바래 보이지 않는 가시들이 찔러대는데 얼마든지 다쳐도 좋아 doesn't kill me makes me stronger I'm alive my way 어둠 속에서 피워낸 new flame 누릴 수 있어 cause I paid the price 끝까지 꿈을 지켜내니까 I got a crown on my head crown on my head choosing my life to shine crown on my head the only thing that's on my mind oh. know my way, gonna let me, I go straight. Ay. Feel the pain that I gained, that I paid. Yeah, I'm on my way to throne. 우아한 장미에 미소를 지을래. 가려진 그늘은 계속 커져간대도 얼마든지 다쳐도 좋아. Doesn't kill me, makes me stronger. I'm alive my way. 어둠 속에서 피워낸 new flame. 누릴 수 있어 'cause I paid the price. 끝까지 꿈을 지켜내니까. I got a crown on my head, crown on my head. Choosing my life to shine. Crown on my head, crown on my head. The only thing that's on my mind. Oh, the honey scars on my heart. They show me myself and I. 내 선택에 후회는 없어. 'Cause I got only me. I'm alive my way. 어둠 속에서 피워낸 new flame. 누릴 수 있어 'cause I paid the price. 끝까지 꿈을 지켜내니까. I got a crown on my head, crown on my head. Choosing my life to shine. Crown on my head, crown on my head. The only thing that's on my mind. Oh.
Okay, you could tell that was for sure a Yeji song, without a doubt. I'm pretty sure if Yeji didn't do ITZY, they'd be a rock star. They would literally like a punk rock star. Cause when I was at the Checkmate World Tour, like Yeji also sang like a rock song, and this song, like, I was a little confused listening to it because it just really showed how rounded Yeji is when it comes to like vocals. Like, there were parts where I was like, is that even them singing still? Is this someone else singing? But no, Yeji just is really rounded as a singer and has a very strong voice. Like, she shows why she's the leader of ITZY, being able to do like so much in terms of being rounded with choreography. I know we didn't see any choreography in this video, but like just commenting on the previous ones we just saw, with choreography, with vocals for sure. Like, I'm super excited to see these solo stages at the next World Tour, because I feel like Yeji's solo stages are all about just like freedom, like the freedom that comes with like rock and roll music. And I know that's a little bit different than like pop music, but like it feels like Yeji and rock just go hand in hand. And I say this as someone who plays the guitar, who's like been in a band before, granted like a small band of friends and such, but like nevertheless, like Yeji gives rock vibes, and that's really, really cool. It goes along with ITZY's theme of just like doing really, like, going to work, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to play rock songs, being able to play like a lot of the stronger songs. So definitely really like this solo stage song, and I can't wait to hear it live. All right, let's move on to the next song here. We've got Blossom, which I believe is Leah's solo track before she went on hiatus. So I think this is the only time we hear Leah on the track list. Let's go ahead and give it a listen.
TLD도 피고 지네 찰나의 순간을 위해 No one's gonna burn me, nobody else. No one's gonna help me, nobody else. 이번 봄은 보낼까 해 조급할 건 없으니 I'm waiting for my turn. You know that I'm waiting for my time. But don't care about it, don't care about me. 늦어져도 no, that's not for me. 억지로 내게 곁을 들이오지 마라. 함부로 내게 모를 들이붓지 마라. 멈추린 채 웅크린 채 피지 못한 채로 전부 버텨내도 It's not late to give me love. 나도 꽂히고 싶어. How was I like? How was I like? How was I? How was I? How was I like? We weren't alike. We weren't alike. We weren't alike. How was I like? How was I like? How was I? How was I? How was I like? 아직 깨어나지 마. not relate, for we're different. I only wanna be what I really am. Love the feeling when I laugh and cry, the real me. Hope that you see me the way that I see you. Wish maybe then would you call me a flower. I wanna be raw, I wanna be. But don't care about it, don't care about me. 늦어져도 know the best not for me. 억지로 내게 볕을 들이오지 마라. 함부로 내게 물을 들이붓지 마라. 엉클인 채 엉클인 채 피지 못한 채로 전부 박전해도 It's not late to give me love. 나도 꽂히고 싶어. How was I like? How was I like? How was I? How was I? How was I like? We weren't alike. We weren't alike. We weren't alike. How was I like? How was I like? How was I? How was I? How was I like? 아직 피어나지 못한 나이, 새이 늦게 피어나는 나이. I've been waiting so long, and you've been waiting for me. 화려할진 모르겠지만 그리 쉽게 꺾이지 않을게. 하나봉우리 그치더라도 I'll call myself a flower. 'Cause I really want, I truly want to be blown. How was I like? How was I like? How was I? How was I? How was I like? 내가 터져도 피지 못해도 달라붙을지 해도 We weren't alike. We weren't alike. 사실 듣고 싶었던 그 말 You're beautiful.
Okay, so this was the Leah solo track, and it was very different than the rest of the album so far. It was a really nice melody to follow, kind of showing why Leah is a very strong like vocalist. Being able to like hit really high notes, being able to hit really low notes, being able to do key changes really well. I felt like this was like a really good example and a really good display of Leah's skill, because it kind of shows like how like there's like a certain presence that you know is Leah's voice, and that was definitely in this song in terms of, again, like the highs, the lows, the key change, like the way the lyrics just flowed like really nicely. It gave like this really calm, like relaxing vibe, which was just really nice. And again, gonna miss Leah as part of the vocal parts of ITZY, but can't wait till, you know, the return, if it happens. I hope they're taking care of themselves, and I hope that we get to see them in the future soon. But again, very strong showing of like Leah's vocal ability and how she solidifies herself as like a vocalist. A vocalist. All right, very cool, nice, easy to listen. Like, definitely felt like my heart rate and stuff slow down in like a good way, you know, in like a good, the song is relaxing kind of way. All right, let's move on to Ryujin's solo song, Runaway.
Weather's good, makeup on flick. Rocking my baddest boots on my way to show off. Swing my hair back, looking right into your face. I'ma cut you off clean, blowing kisses goodbye. Toxic, 달콤했던 말이 이젠 독해. 새까맣게 타버린 맘 아끼고 원해도 답이 없어. No, you get it, so don't play the hypocrite. 방황한 먼지 쌓인 날 아름답지가 않아. 억지로 머물기는 싫어. Okay, run away from me. 겁나면 내가 할게 그 악역. 정글이 넌 말 못하겠다면 You can blame it on me. Run away from me. We ain't shining anymore. 넌 나의 가련한 주인공. I'll take that ugly Everything just feels nothing less at the end. 다 바래고 달아 두 손으로 쥐려 해도 아프기만 해. Guess I should let go. Okay, run away, run away, run away from me. 함께라 행복하지 않다면 내가 죽도록 미워질 테니 You can blame it on me. Run away, run away, run away from me. We ain't shining anymore. 넌 나의 가련한 주인공. I'll take that ugly part. Run away, run
I can almost guarantee you, if you at any point in your life liked American pop or American punk rock music, you liked that song. That was really, really good. It actually surprised me quite a lot, because I feel like when Ryujin always usually gets, it feels like rap parts, it's really nice to hear like their vocals, because their vocals were really, really strong. There was like a lot going on in this song. It really shows like Ryujin's versatility in terms of performance, because again, I usually feel like whenever I'm listening to ITZY songs, it's usually they pin like the really hard, almost like rap pieces on Ryujin. So it was really nice to hear kind of like a vocal side of Ryujin throughout the whole song. Gosh, it's like the song threw me off so much when it came to like changes, like when Ryujin went from like a really strong hard voice to a very like soft and like gentle kind of voice. Honestly, like I really like this song. I think it picked up really well. See, like right there, this is like Ryujin's like soft voice, right? Very like calm and relaxing. But then when it picks up into the chorus, it's very like strong and powerful. And I think actually just the music itself, like let's say you take away the vocals for just a little bit, like the music hits really hard. It's like very pop punk kind of music, and it's really, really cool. It really fits like Ryujin's style. Like if you've ever watched like interviews, saw them at KCON, things like that, like Ryujin's got this very like strong personality, like a very strong presence that feels very like punk rock, and it's very, very cool. I'm trying to think what other parts of the song, like I just got taken aback so much. Ooh, this right here. Ooh. Let's talk about for a second how the band just took everyone by surprise there, right? Like, okay, so let's see the part that led into it. Alright, who's ever the guitarist right here, that little slappy noise you hear is like their fingernails slapping against the strings. And that sound is just so good. The bass guitar came in there really nice and mellow. It's like an acoustic song almost, you know? That whole part of the song, that little break, incredible. Incredible. Literally, like, they put an acoustic insert into this song and played it so well, and Ryujin's voice along with it was really, really good. Like, this is just a good overall song. Whether we're looking at, like, the instrumentals or the vocals, the whole thing all together, like, really well put together in terms of like tempo, in terms of how it picked up, how it slowed down, like the ad-libbing, not ad-libbing per se, but like those really strong high notes. Ryujin did it really, really well. This song is a bop. Love it. All right, that's enough about that song. I could gush about that probably for longer, but we do have 3 more songs to go through. Next up, we got Chayoung's song, Mine. All right, let's give it a listen.
Somebody like you, somebody like me. I think we got something special.
You know it's real 재미없이 너 맘을 들켜버려도 Confusing me 어떤 순간에도 No lie, no lie 이제 숨길 수 없지 너의 맘에 남긴 something Give you a chance to prove it now Tell me 솔직히 더 답은 없어 you know I can get you out of my mind I've been looking for somebody like you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 내 모든 시선은 always find you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 And that I know Forever mine, already mine Just say Doobie-doobie-doobie-do Forever mine, already mine Not a secret Doobie-doobie-doobie-do Feeling your love 난 꽉 쥐고 놓질 않아 You got me so good 널 볼 때면 눈빛만으로 I know 이제 지울 수 없지 나의 맘에 남긴 something Give you a chance to prove it now Tell me 솔직히 더 답은 simple you know I can get you out of my mind I've been looking for somebody like you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 내 모든 시선은 always find you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 And that I know Just tell me the truth I've been waiting I think we got something special Just say you want me 시간이 더 가기 전에 Tick tock I've been looking for somebody like you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 내 모든 시선은 always find you 난 네 주위에 또 맴돌아 And that I know Forever mine, already mine Just say yeah Forever mine, already mine Not a secret Doobie-doobie-doobie-do
Ooh, okay. Chayoung bringing it in with the funky vibes. So, one thing that I noticed throughout this whole song, because it was just so prevalent but so subtle, was that bass line was going deep. Like, that bass line hit real hard. Let's just pick like a random part of the song, because like throughout this whole song, like the bass line paired with like Chayoung's soft voice paired with like they did like this thing where they made the guitar kind of do like some high pitchy kind of noise. Let's see if we can just pick a random part of the song. It was pretty prevalent throughout the whole thing. So really pay attention to that bass line. Like you hear the bass line like a heartbeat. This was like the right theme for Chayoung's voice, because Chayoung's voice is like soft. It can be a little bit explosive here and there, as shown by when she did like her ad-libbing there. But her voice quality is like soft. It's like soft but still expressive. And that's really good when it's paired with like kind of like a low note instrument like a bass, because like the bass kind of just adds like a groove for like the vocalist to ride on top of. And then you could kind of hear it a little bit, like it got drowned out by the bass. Like they definitely turned the bass all the way up on this one. But kind of like that guitar like skitchy kind of noise in the back. That was playing like really high but subtle notes. Like the whole vibe itself gave like a very funk kind of vibe. Not as heavy, because it's still pop music at the end. But like the heavy bass line, like the I'm trying to think of like a good comparison. And granted, these two songs are completely different, so don't take this as me saying they're one to one or anything. But like, if you've ever heard September by Earth, Wind and Fire, like that song is super carried by the bass line. And it's sort of similar here where like the bass line is really prevalent. The guitarist is really just in the back, kind of just like grooving along with some high pitched notes that kind of just add more, like it almost feels like they kind of switch spots a little bit where like the guitarist doesn't have a lot of the melody. It's mostly the bassist in this case, or like the soft vocalist who carries a lot of this song with that like low tone, gentle voice, like combined together. So this was like a really like smooth song, if y'all know what I'm saying. Like anyone who's listened to like a lot of American music kind of knows the emphasis that American music places on bass, especially if you've dug into jazz. So this song was, I feel like, the first song in the entirety of the album that felt like it was very bass dependent, and it was really, really nice. Like if we go back and listen to Yeji's song, like you can definitely hear that guitar is screeching, it is going deep, whereas the bass kind of takes a little bit of a step back. In this song, the guitarist is kind of put on the back and the bassist is brought all the way up to 11. So this was like a really good mix in comparison to like how it fits with the rest of the album. And again, the type of song that they used, this more like low bass but like kind of guitar background music, like really fit Chaeryeong's voice, which is really cool. All right, let's move on to the last soloist song, Yuna's song, Yet But. All right, let's take a look.
Whatever they say, don't care.
온종일 우울한 표정을 해 왜? Hey yeah. 가만히 지켜볼 수가 없게. Okay. Refresh가 필요한 타이밍 지쳤다는 말 대신에 어디든 말해봐 그대로 데려가 wherever you want. 아픈 시간을 지나 완벽해질 널 기다려. Like a fever. I'm 눈부시게 반짝일 테니 don't worry. I got you 이미 only one, you're the only one. 58 ways to shine. 가장 완벽해질 내게. 너의 way. Nothing matters, it's all about you. Flawless, that's what you are. I mean maybe you don't know yet, but not yet, huh? 아무나 다 알아보지 못해 like a real diamond. 매번 다칠 가치가 없지 그럴 땐 just laugh it up. 진심인 척하자 걱정해 say no thanks. 미안한데 거기까지 해둔 cross the line. 오랜 시간이 지나 완벽해질 널 기다려. Like a fever. I'm 눈부시게 반짝일 테니 don't worry. I got you 이미 only one, you're the only one. 58 ways to shine. 가장 완벽해질 내게. 너의 way. Nothing matters, it's all about you. Flawless, that's what you are. I mean maybe you don't know yet, but not yet, huh? 널 믿지 못할 때면 그저 날 믿어봐. I know you're gonna shine. 약속해 got your back. 날아올라 높지 않아도 돼. Like a butterfly, yeah. Hey, yeah. I'm 눈부시게 반짝일 테니 don't worry. I got you 이미 you are. I mean, maybe you don't know yet, but not yet, huh?
Okay, this song took a large turn from what the rest of the album did, which, like, the rest of the album felt very, like, you know, in your face, very, like, strong, very, like, kicking the doors down kind of thing. I feel like Yuna's song has to sort of match, like, her vocals, which are very, like, cute sounding and very, like, on the higher range, like, of pitch. So this song felt more poppy than the rest of the album, but it was still really good. Like, again, it fit her vocals very, very well. And it just feels like Yuna's songs tend to have a very poppy kind of vibe to them, like a very high energy, very high levels of excitement kind of song. There was one thing I noted, that there was like this theme of like this string of notes the guitar played, and you hear it a lot. Let me see if I can find it. So if you listen to this part of the song, there's this very nice, like, mellow theme that the guitarist plays, and it pretty much, like, is almost present throughout the entire song, except I think the break.
That's what you are. I mean, maybe you don't know yet, but not yet, huh? 아무나다 알아보지 못해 like a real diamond.
So you heard it a little bit there. It was like bum 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 bum, like that little like theme there. It was like a nice, like, themes are nice in songs because they like give this level of consistency throughout the entire piece. And that's why breaks are very important too, because it takes like a break from that theme to like just go back to the rest of the song. So it adds like variety having that break in there. But like, this song was very poppy, very like Yuna. And I thought it was like a high energy, but still had like that ITZY vibe of being like very strong vocals and very like heavily influenced by like rock music. So I like the song, very poppy, very nice, easy to listen to. It feels like the kind of song that you just kind of like vibe to as you're like shopping, as you're like going around, like, and you have something like that you're listening to. This song gives that type of vibe, which was really, really cool. And again, it fits Yuna's vocals very, very well. All right, we've got one more song to listen to. The final track of the album, Escalator. Escalators, escalators, escalators. All right, here we go.
Going up,
Escalator, make it better. That's my manner. So see you later on an escalator.
going up.
Look, 난 필요 없어 navigate. Hey, 본능이 나를 activate. Don't make a wish now, just do it. 지금 순간이만 누르대. Switch on, 뭘 그리 놀라 넌. Wake up, 넌 놓고 있다가는 lost. Kick up, 주저앉고 저질러. Just kick it up, just kick it up.
Up, never go down. 오르막길을 즐기는 타입. 너무 feel the top, you swim away, 멈추지 않아.
Price ranking.
Escalator, so see you later on an escalator. Going up, escalator. Winning mentality, escalator. Going up,
Freak that. 눈높이를 낮출 일은 없지 절대 선택. 누구보다 태양을 원해. What was that? 발 밑에다 두고 온 두려움 is my update. The latest.
pass.
Up, never go down. 내가 딱 어울리는 건 crown. 멈추는 법을 몰라. 더 커지는 게날 탐내다간.
조금 이따 보자고 끝없이 높이 going up
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I felt about that one. Like, it's hard to describe how I feel about that one. Mixed is probably like the best answer I could give right now. So first of all, this song like kind of returned to the roots of the album. Like, it's like we listened to the 5 solo songs and then this kind of just brought it back. So I'm pretty sure if you listen to this song and then listen to Born to Be again after this, like, it would feel very full circle. Like, this song even I think had, again, we listened to Born to Be like an hour ago. But I'm pretty sure in terms of like notes and in terms of like key, it had the same one as Born to Be, but it gave a completely different vibe. This gave more of like a we're rolling up, like about to party kind of like vibes. You know what I mean? Like where the music video is like kind of slowing down. It's like the car's rolling up. Like you see everybody's like feet get out of the car kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure, like, if you listen to, because the last track of a track list is always the one that kind of says, all right, this is how we're going to wrap it up. And this one, like, it did a good job because it kind of brought it back to, like, the whole concept of, like, Born to Be, which is, like, you know, really strong, like, dancey kind of vibes, but also, like, really powerful, like, vocals. I feel like I didn't really get too much of, like, the vocals in this particular song. But I have very mixed feelings, but I do feel like it wrapped up the album very, very well. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I might have to give this one a few extra listens to kind of like break it down a little bit more in my head, but it really felt like a mix of stuff just to sort of bring it back to the original theme of Born to Be. So again, kind of mixed thoughts on this song. But I do like that they kind of wrapped it up with like the same theme that the first song started out with. Again, giving this album kind of like a complete feeling, because we just listened to like 11 tracks. So like it's good that they wrapped it up with like similar themes to the first song of the album. So that is going to be my full listen to Born to Be. I believe there aren't any bonus tracks. If I was ever like looking down in this direction, it's because I'm checking my phone to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, no, this was indeed the last song. But, you know, just to kind of emphasize my point, so we're going to listen to the last like 10 seconds of this song, and then we're going to go to Born to Be so that y'all can see what I'm getting at. All right, and then we jump all the way to back here, and then we'll just pick a random part of the song. You see how the two songs kind of like tie together? So by playing those two songs back to back, you can kind of see how it like, because those vocal songs, like the individual songs, were kind of like up and down in terms of what we heard. We heard like punk rock, and then we heard like a nice soft like melody song, and then we heard like another rock song, and then we heard kind of like a mellow, funky, like heavy bass song, and then we heard a poppy song. So we kind of had this up and down in terms of like that section of the album. And then the final song kind of brought it back to the roots of the album in total. So like if you're playing this on repeat, it really feels like a full circle. And I know that sounds very artsy, but don't forget that music's its own type of art, and like how like the pieces all fit together is also part of that art. So I kind of like how the last song and the first song were very, very similar, because it helps the album get kind of like this complete feeling to it. So yeah, I really liked this album. Like, I don't think there was a track that I didn't particularly like, or I was like, this kind of isn't the vibe. I would say Elevator was kind of close to that, because like the vibes of that song just kept throwing me off, because I couldn't really tell like what type of song is this going for, you know, like as we listened to these songs I was like, ooh, this is like a rock song, or like, ooh, this is like a pop song. That one I was kind of like mixed vibes on, because like the themes of that song kept changing throughout. But all in all, Born to Be is an excellent album, and I really liked, like, the videos were really cool. I can't wait for the live thing, because now we have, because in Checkmate, the live tour Checkmate, they didn't have their own solo songs, so they actually did covers, but now they have their own solo songs, and I'm very excited to hear them live. I really hope, really keeping my fingers crossed, that there is a live band for ITZY next time versus like pre-recorded audio, because like I could imagine, especially those solo songs with live music are gonna hit so hard. Like whether it's the guitarist, the bassist, the pianist, the percussionist, they all are going to work. They are working like rent is due tomorrow. So really liked Born to Be. I really thought the whole album itself was very characteristic of ITZY, which is like very strong girl group songs, like very powerful songs. And that's one of the things I like about ITZY. That's why, like, I'm not gonna lie, Sneakers took me for a big loop when I heard it for the first time. I was just like, all right, ITZY, let's hear it. So Sneakers threw me off for a little bit because it kind of just didn't fit the vibe, but this album like really fit like the ITZY vibe, and I loved it. So that is gonna be my first initial listen, as well as my analysis of all the songs on ITZY's Born to Be album. If you liked this type of video, let me know, because it's the first one I've ever done. Again, you just saw my complete live first reactions of the album and my thoughts on it, with a background as, I don't want to give myself too much credit because I never did any of these things professionally, but I did play a lot of music growing up, and I did do quite a bit of dancing. So using that background is what I use to kind of analyze these. But again, I never did any of this stuff professionally. So that is going to be my take on ITZY's Born to Be. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. Stay tuned in February for when we actually get our physical albums of Born to Be, and we will be doing a opening of those, and I hope to see you all there. That's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.